Peace be with you. We are at the beginning of a 40-day Lenten journey. The Gospel reading on the first Sunday of Lent recounts Jesus' 40-day fast in the desert. Have you ever pondered why Jesus fasted for exactly 40 days? Why Lent lasts precisely 40 days? In this video, I'll answer these two questions. Let us first understand the spiritual meaning of the number 40. What does the number 40 symbolize? Mark's account states that Jesus spent 40 days in the wilderness. We understand that numbers carry symbolic significance in the Bible. For instance, the number 7 represents the covenant and 12 symbolize the 12 tribes of Israel. When the number 40 appears, it consistently symbolizes a period of purification and testing. In which Old Testament event do we see the number 40 associated with purification? The 40 days Jesus spent in the desert brings to mind Noah's 40 days and 40 nights during the flood. It is recounted in Genesis chapter 7. During this time, Noah's faith was tested, and the flood waters purified the world of sin. Those who resisted God's call for purification through Noah perished, while the faithful were spared. In which Old Testament event do we see the number 40 associated with testing? In the book of Numbers, chapter 14, we find another example of the number 40, illustrating Israel's 40-year journey to the desert. During this time, they were tested, and sadly, they yielded to temptation. They indulged in idolatry and the sin of grumbling against God, resulting in a loss of faith, complaints against Moses, and acts of rebellion, all occurring throughout their journey in the desert. How does the 40-year journey of Israel in the wilderness relate to the gospel text of Jesus in the wilderness? To begin with, Jesus represents the new Israel. I have explained this in the comment section. Establishing a strong connection between Israel and Jesus helps us gain a deeper understanding of the gospel text. Jesus' 40 days in the wilderness parallel the 40 years the Israelites spent wandering in the wilderness. The distinction between the nation of Israel and Jesus, often referred to as New Israel, lies in their responses to temptation. While the ancient Israelites succumbed to sin, Jesus, as the New Israel, resisted the temptation and triumphed over the devil. How do Moses' 40 days of prayer and fasting relate to Jesus' 40 days in the wilderness? Moses dedicated 40 days on the mountain to fasting and praying, seeking to receive the law and the graces essential for Israel's fidelity to the law. Sadly, Israelites sinned by worshipping the golden calf. Consequently, Moses returned to the Mount Sinai, for an additional 40 days and 40 nights to renew the covenant and reveal God's mercy. Jesus too fasted and prayed for 40 days and 40 nights in the wilderness. It's significant that Jesus defended himself against the devil in the wilderness by citing the teachings of Moses from the book of Deuteronomy, where Moses addressed Israel's faithlessness and provided corrections to them. Why does the church designate Lent to last for 40 days? Primarily, Lent, which spans 40 days, mirrors the journey of Jesus. Just as Jesus mirrored Israel's desert experience, Lent encourages us to imitate Jesus' time in the desert, enduring a 40-day period of testing and spiritual growth. In the season of Lent, the church encourages us to pray, to fast, and to give alms, to purify ourselves and prepare for Easter. We are invited to deepen our relationship with God. How? Through prayer. to strengthen our bonds with others. How? Through almsgiving. And to fortify our resolve. How? Through fasting. Temptation to neglect these practices will arise, requiring great fidelity and steadfastness during this period of purification and preparation to encounter the risen Lord on Easter. The deeper our purification and preparation, the richer our experience of the risen Lord on Easter will be. God bless you.